Lord have mercy, y'all. Good God. So I freaking was gonna I was trying to come live and it was just spinning. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know what the deal is. Take this shit off. So I try to get that down so you can see the freaking. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this and put this back. Fantastic. Hopefully you can see everything. Okay. Well, welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I'm weird. We get a little woo woo. We're doing coffee and tarot today. Okay. So basically, the premise is we sit down, have a conversation with spirit. Spirit spearheads everything. They're in charge. They get to take it whatever direction they want. Talk about whatever they want. There's no parameters, time frames, intentions that we come into this with. We just let spirit do what spirit wants to do. Um, so yeah. All right. I don't know why I feel like I had the urge. Okay, not the urge. Like when spirit wants me to say something, they'll show me saying it. And that's like an indication, like, say this. And I'm like, but yet, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay. Um, and they just like had me like showed me saying, my hot water is having issues. So, like, because it's so freezing, it's so cold. My children have been out of school for 2 weeks now. Now we have NTI, which is like non-traditional, so like they do virtual learning for at least 3 out of the 5 days each week. And so they've only had really two other days. However, it is so and it's because nothing can melt, and the ice is like this thick. Like, my driveway and then the snow has turned to ice, because it attempts to melt, and it's just a big chunk block of ice, like, it's, like, stands this tall, like, the ice is and the road is that way, so they did all the main roads, all the neighborhood roads are just pure ice, and as it melts, it refreezes, and it barely melts because you have to get, like, to 2 o'clock in the midday for it to start to kinda do something. And so it's just that, like, I took pictures and sent it to the teachers, like, "This is what's going on." But it's also affecting how well the hot water is working. I know that seems really weird, um, because some of the like, my bathroom is on the outside. I don't know why I'm explaining this. So, like, my bathroom is both outside walls, and this is, like, built in the '90s. This is not the best build. It's not the best insulated whatever, and so all the pipes are closer to what I mean? They're not in the center of the house where they can be heated, I have to put a heater in there, but even then, like, it's just crazy. So, there's something with that. Let me fill that out, like, I had to go on that tangent for a reason. Mm. Something I wanna say that should be hot is kind of, like, iced out. It's, like, muted. It's, like, dulled a little bit. Or ice is impacting something. Well, we know a lot of shit's happening in the United States right now with, Um, okay, so let me give you my spiel. I don't know where this is going. But okay. Because it can't be like seriously that my hot water is out, but whatever. Um, you are a sovereign being of your life. You can determine if, how, when, where, why. Any of these messages might apply. My recommendation is never Cinderella stuff to make it fit. So, it's nice and early. No makeup. I feel like I need to do this. Uh, yeah, kids are home. That's why, guys. Okay, so if you hear like that's just oh well, oh well. Uh, anyways, Hold on, I'm waiting. And just before I came on, so my son takes his allergy medicine and he started going through a massive coughing fit. And I know I'm like, oh, he's without, like, I didn't give him his medicine. It's amazing how his allergy medicine, well, it works because it doesn't work for everyone. Um, but he was coughing and then I was coughing as soon as I came on. He's making a ton of noise and I'm listening to him. My bad. I'm like, what is he doing? Um, okay, so that's the one we're gonna start with. I don't know, there's something there. They keep showing me saying something, which is an indication to say it. I don't know why. But yeah, I think everybody was like, "Oh, the weathermen, they said we were gonna get this and that, and then nothing showed up." We got it all. We got it all, of course. And guess what? It's gonna thaw out over the next week, and then we will have tornado season starting in February. I remember back in the day before global warming really took root the way it is right now. Like that wouldn't start until April. But like our tornado season ends in December and starts back up again in February. Same with our allergy season. Are we serious right now? All right, that was a lot. That was a lot of something. King of Wands, y'all. Six of Swords. Devil. Seven of Pentacles. They're bringing me back to the something is like muted down. Something that should be really hot or ablaze is kind of like cooled off a bit. I'm supposed to get another one. Hold on. Pardon my French. Okay. I knew there was supposed to be an even number. Something's supposed to be happening that hasn't either happened or it's like it's some kind of process has slowed down a little bit because it's kind of like something that should be really like a blaze, like really has a fire under it is kind of lukewarm instead of like hot. Um, because it's showing me a temporary pause in action. We got the Seven of Pentacles. That's the overall energy. There's a temporary pause. Something should have been. Something should have been. They're showing me a steam engine. So like like when like the fire and like the bubbling of the water and the steam like they're just showing me something should have been like that like do, and it's cooled down a bit. But seeds are well planted. They're saying it's unnecessary. There's no need to worry about it. Hey, Kelsey. Um, but it's not. Something's not either progressing the way someone thinks it should. Something's not like full steam ahead. There we go. Something's not full steam ahead. Man, when I tell you, I be struggling and they just let me. Something should be full steam ahead and it's kind of like slowed down. It's not non-existent, it's slowed down and you can tell. And so if you're feeling a pause right now and you're like, what's going on? I don't think that was a part of the plan, but something obviously external to you has occurred that has kind of like Now they're showing me like water that has less pressure in it. So that's the kind where it's still flowing, but there's pressure on something or some like squeezing. Something's being squeezed. All right, we have the King of Wands with the Six of Swords and the Devil over here. We have a false sense of entrapment. So it's like don't get caught up in that. There is still movement. Things are looking up. Things are moving forward. Six of Swords. Um, things are still full steam ahead. Or this could be your energy. Like King of Wands, like wanting to move something through faster. King of Wands doesn't like delays, doesn't like distractions, is kind of like exceptionally focused, uh, single topic issue, not being pulled in multiple directions. Um, they are the epitome of full steam ahead. Something is supposed to be happening. They're giving me, like, with the Six of Swords, there's some kind of, like, travel trip kinda thing, um, or even a move, I guess. Because the idea of the Six of Swords, it's a more of a permanent transition, so there's supposed to be some kind of, like, movement, and it's like, it feels slowed down. And they want you to be careful of any kind of, like, negative or fear-based thinking in regards to this. This has gotta be something that you can visibly tell has slowed down. We do have the High Priestess, which is kind of like it's that knowing. It is the something that's meant to happen, something that is preordained or predestined to occur, or is just supposed like, I feel like it's written as a part of your path right now, and they're giving me this sense of, um, anybody that knows your situation also would be thinking, "What's up?" Like, "This should be moving forward." I don't like, they would be confused as well. Um, it does ask for patience. The book is open, so you know exactly. So you know when something's slowing down. There's something you're like, this should be happening, and it's not. I'm getting a sense of like a rushed energy. So think of Home Alone and Home Alone 2, where everybody knows that they're supposed to be going on a trip. Everybody knows that they got to be somewhere by a certain time. Everybody knows that the taxi's going to arrive, blah, blah, blah. And as many fucking people as there are in that damn house, not a one of them could have gotten up earlier. They all slept in. Are you kidding me? They magically, and it's like, it's slowed down. I mean, the likelihood of that happening, right? Like somebody's gonna wait, especially children. You ain't gonna tell me them MFers are not getting up super early, making a crap ton of noise, because as parents know, and then waking somebody up in enough time to go. Like they just all magically something sus there. So it's kind of like there's this whole knowing, this whole understanding. There's not really anything that you, other than obviously timing, don't know about this. And so it's kind of like, and I don't think that there is an ounce in you that thinks this won't happen. So you're really confused. You're really confused. We have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is, again, it's always, always, always my pivot card. This is the 180. This is irrevocable permanent change. Okay. This is a direction change. This is a path change. It cuts you free from something. It cuts you free from the Ten of Swords, like worst case scenario, or something that you're exponentially over. Right. The end of a difficult situation is what the Ten of Swords talks about, because the only way is up. You go from the 10 to the Ace of Swords. Knight of Swords, events that occur with great speed. So here's the thing. I feel like something gets pushed off to the last second. Like you expect something to happen, and you may even have a time frame in your head, and everything happens like Home Alone. Everybody wakes up and they're rush, 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 rush. It's like everything happens at once. Um, there is going to be a rushed feeling to it. Now, did they make it? Yes. Did they I mean, that was a lot to get everybody on the same page, out the door, loaded up. I mean, they had already done everything they could to prep, right? So this sense of preparation is done. Everybody had their bags packed. Everybody took showers the night before. Remember the uncle dancing and he took a shower the night before. Like people were prepared to wake up and go. But still, even in the preparation, there was a bit of a rush. Um, Only because they had to get dressed, brush their teeth, and like grab everything and put it in and account for everything. And so the actual movement, and it's funny that you have me use Home Alone when we talked about a trip or a move or some kind of movement. Um, and we have on both sides, Six of Swords does indicate and even says on it, end of a difficult situation. Exact same thing, end of a difficult situation. So there was some kind of movement that is meant to happen, and you're feeling a little angsty because there's been a pause. There has been some kind of constriction on the pace at which something happens, which is going to end up making things unfold like having like I just feel like a lot happening in a short amount of time. Like things last minute. But last minute again, even then when it was they were like, "Oh no, we're late." It was last minute. They still made it on time. So it's not so last minute that it's that bad. Does that make sense? Um, it's like saying you have a month, like you feel like over the course of a month things should be happening, and things only actually happen over the last 2 weeks. So you're like cramming a whole month into the last 2 weeks of the month, right? And so you're kind of like, do I have time? Yes. Is it a little more difficult? Also, yes. Seven of Pentacles does talk about seeds being well planted, though, so it is going to happen. Hermetic Tarot. Magician. Okay. Mm. Nine of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. I just heard you're good. We have Judgment on the bottom. So this is a decision. Nine of Pentacles is kind of like badass bitch on their own. Uh, there's a sense of security, uh, like solid energy. Like there is material gain here, but the cup is kind of like I get the sense because this is a very autonomous energy, singular energy. Nine of Pentacles, like you're good. Your cup is going to be full. You're fine. Like this is what the energy you should be focusing on. You, yourself, and I kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like taking care of yourself, making sure things are good with you, because that is like when you're solid. Last minute movement, changes, pivots, 180s, all of that ends up going off without a hitch. It's when you're kind of like this. You know what I'm saying? I am so marshmallowy white. It's not even funny. Don't focus on the negative, only the positive. So it's like whatever perceived negative there is, or things that are kind of like off kilter, really are not. Because we got the sun. Sun changes, like literally alleviates anything that could potentially be negative in a spread. The pause, anything that doesn't go off without a hitch. It's like it's all actually going to work out in your favor. It's not what it appears. Not what it appears. It's not negative. Knight of Cups. So an offer or something is coming in. Yeah, Empress. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Book ending this, we got the Nine of Pentacles and then the Empress. Like you're gonna be good. No matter the process, the end result is still gonna be you, badass, doing well, cup full, happy with the outcome, happy with like you're secure, you're taken care of, you're good. Period. You're good. Tell me about the Knight of Cups, please. Ooh. Okay, first this one. Seven of Wands, 10 of Wands. You will get away from the Five of Pentacles energy. You do feel like something's missing. Again, maybe there was like a worst case scenario. We had the 10 of Swords out. The movement away from whatever scenario or situation you're in, or that you're dealing with, or the environment that you're dealing with, you are getting away from that. You're They're showing me the calendar again. Like, so like, February has 4 weeks exact, right? 28 days. This is not a leap year, right? I don't think so. Um and so again, they're showing me like the time frame at which you think that you will achieve something is still going to happen. Um it's the process that looks a little whatever. Um and you're still going to be able to escape because there's just something that's like it's gonna take you out of, this energy of something missing, because we have the 7 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. Again, I get the sense you're gonna be taken care of. 7 of Wands is self-preservation, a sense of confidence, because the 10 of Wands is feeling like, "Okay, this is a little too much. This is a bit much. I can't handle this. This is more than I can handle." And they're like, "You're fine. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill." You are probably in the blind spot of something, and so you're like, "I don't understand," but you're fine. You're good. 7 of Wands, take care of the self. Don't create a bigger burden, 10 of Wands, than what there really is. You're still this trajectory is still to get you away from and closer to, okay? Um, fuck yeah. Okay, full card, 3 of Wands. This new start, it's happening, and your ships are coming in. You might be waiting because you know how it is with the 3 of Wands. You're kind of like you can see the ship out in the harbor, and you're like, "Yeah, come on. You can get here. Let's do this." And it's just it's coming. It's slow, but it's coming. But again, they keep showing me like the calendar and they're like, "But it's still happening within this time frame." So there's some kind of time frame that's important here. I want to know, since the Six of Swords is coming up a lot, I kind of want to understand, w- that's like a heavy energy. Even though the overall energy, the influence right now is the Seven of Pentacles, where you're waiting for something to pop through, that waiting for the seed to grow, waiting for the evidence. Six of Swords keeps showing up. Knight Sun Tarot. Tell me about the Six of Swords, please. Six of Swords, Six of Swords, Six of Swords. Okay. I almost thought I saw the clock stall and I thought something's up. Queen of Wands was reversed. I don't do reversals. Queen of Wands is in reverse is a bit of more of a hasty, demanding, not in your power kind of energy. Two of Wands. Nine of Wands. There will be action. This is so the Six of Swords is kind of like includes something that you would, it's an action or a movement that you would make towards something. Um and Nine of Wands is just giving me like the sense of perseverance. What is the Six of Swords? Let's get really specific here. Like a lot riding on something. We have the Queen of Cups. Um, very fertile ground, very fertile. And she looks like the Empress. Like just waiting and waiting. But she's like submerged in the water, which kind of gives this sense of really being in her intuition and like more on her spiritual side. And so it's kind of like someone's sitting there in that energy and it's like, where's my phone? Five of Swords. Like the Queen of Cups is like the knowing, like so ready for something, the knowing and being really receptive, but kind of getting up in your head because of. Okay, I'm trying to find out about the Six of Swords, but they're going to talk about what they want to talk about. Remember, this is Coffee and Tarot. I don't get to. There's the fucking Empress. Second time. Like worried that you're not going to reach that place, that you're not going to get to that status or get to where you like out of whatever you're in and to wherever things are really going well for you. So it's kind of like you're trying to remain hopeful and connected and at peace and in a very receptive state of allowance, but your mind is kind of playing with you right now in regards to how things are happening because you know something should be happening and it's not even just that there's not evidence of it, it's that I feel like something very tangible should have showed up by now and you're kind of like um and so you're wondering if you're even gonna get to this Empress status. And in this one, in this particular Empress, she's not pregnant. Most decks, you know what I'm saying? They are. She is not because the egg, the new beginning, has already cracked. See that? Is where something's already begun. So you're like, is this even going to take off? Am I going to get to this place? We do have the Star card with the Ace of Swords. A bit of both of like listen to the communication that you're receiving. Clarity is going to come in. I feel like because with the Star card, you're kind of like following spirit, following your intuition, following the guidance to your wish. There's something So you're gonna get clarity on this wish, on this desire. It really means something to you. You're gonna receive some kind of either communication or clarity. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. And we did say Ten of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Seven of Pentacles again. Yeah, you will eventually. It's just a temporary pause. You don't have to worry about it. So, what is this communication specifically, if we can ask? Um, Five of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. I again, whatever you don't have, Three of Pentacles is my commission card, my contract card. It is my work card. It is um going from nothing to building something. It's like the collaboration, the cooperation, the it feels as though there is a building. Okay, that's stuck in my hand. Let's see what this is. Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's see what they got to say. Three of Wands. Yeah, very up in your head, very uncertain, starting to close down here emotionally, right? Like, because I feel like your heart tells you whether something is or isn't happening. It's like your intuition, your there's some kind of like inner compass that you can feel energetically connected to it, but the more you're in your head, the less likely you are. So it's kind of that's where the constraint, the water flow constraint, something should be full steam ahead, but it's constricted. So your mind is constricting your intuition, your knowing, your connection, your energetic connection, how you feel. It's like you can sense it. You sense it. Because in this one with the Queen of Swords, we have the heart is in the cage. And so there's this idea of in this wait for something to show up, that this is what's happening. They're like, you need to address that. Um, yeah, Hermit, go within, get clarity, get right with yourself. Two of Cups. All of this will align. This will come together. Wheel of Fortune, and then things will change. So whatever you're expecting, it will come together. I want to understand because it just feels like with the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, it's like from nothing to something. But the Fool, yeah, from nothing to something. There's the Emperor and the King of Cups. Okay, so I've described you as the Queen of Cups with the pregnant belly, waiting to become the Empress. Because the you being in the Empress status is on the other side of this. Whatever is coming through, whatever level of communication that will help propel things forward, is coming from the authority figure, the like the match to you. So the King of Cups, the Emperor, this is going to come together. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and stop here. YouTube's been glitching. I tried to come on, it wouldn't start. It just spun for like forever and I had to turn it off and then come all the way back into um the YouTube to be able to do this. It's doing weird shit. It keeps going down to zero. It never does that. So, but then I'm getting comments. So I'm going to close this down because I feel like this part is good. We're gonna do another live because I think that I feel something, but I feel like this is a message in and of itself. So I'm just gonna redo the live and hopefully YouTube will fix its BS. So Um, so I'm gonna come back on again. All right. Give me a few minutes and I will see you all. Okay.